How about Lisa Bloom?
Oh, geez.
Do you know that not a word was printed in the Washington Post or the New York Times about that?
That's incredible.
Explain the story.
So Lisa Bloom is Gloria Allred's daughter.
Okay. You would think.
So
Enough said.
Right off the bat. She also was involved with the Weinstein situation, but not on the side you'd think. She was kind of defending him and tossing around ideas that maybe they should go after people in the media who were reporting on it and some of the victims and blah, 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 blah. So she had already kind of had some criticism against her. And it's sort of like, let's see if I can give you the exact details. She's also known as if you search for her name on the internet, it'll tell you she's Gloria Allred's daughter, and she's the lawyer that took down Bill O'Reilly. It's like in her Wikipedia page, like the first sentence. It's like every profile of her talks about how she took down Bill O'Reilly, and this is kind of her big scalp, right?
Uh-huh.
So, and Bill talked about this on his Friday appearance. Coming out later today, there's going to be some evidence that, somebody may have paid or was soliciting for funds to pay accusers of Donald Trump to take down Trump during the 2016 election. Now, Bill's talked about this for months. He's mentioned it on the air with us several times that there is a tape that exists and there's people, they have evidence of actual accusers who may have been paid to go after Trump. And honestly, I heard him say it a bunch of times, and, I didn't know if he was ever going to be able to come out with it, and without any evidence.
I knew what he had. I know what he has now. And I think you're going to have to wait for a court case for him to say more about it. But it's really damning.
And then
it's really damning.
And you're like, okay, well, something's coming out today. What's it going to be? Is it going to be, Bill's not going to just throw out InfoWars, but is it some is it Breitbart, some Breitbart investigation? Which you could obviously dismiss on partisan grounds. No, the story breaks in The Hill, which is, if anything, a left-leaning, certainly a mainstream source of what's going on in Washington. The claim is that Lisa Bloom offered to sell alleged victim stories to TV outlets in return for a commission for herself, arranging a donor to pay off one Trump accuser's mortgage and attempting to secure a six-figure payment for another woman who ultimately declined to come forward after being offered as much as $750,000. That's what the clients told The Hill. Women's accounts were chronicled in contemporaneous contractual documents. Contractual documents. Remember the whole thing with James Comey? It was contemporaneous notes. He went in the meetings with Trump. He took notes as he left. And remember how much the left saw that as real evidence, like proof beyond a shadow of a doubt that this guy took notes as he walked out of the room. And I think you can look at that and say, okay, I don't know if I put it on that pedestal, but okay, that's an indication of what he believed at the time. These are contemporaneous contractual documents, emails and text messages reviewed by The Hill, including an exchange of text between one woman and Lisa Bloom that suggested political action committees supporting Hillary Clinton were contacted during the effort. So she's trying to get all this money. People want to take Trump down. She goes to the Hillary donors and says, hey, give us a bunch of money and I'll produce these accusers so these accusers get to get their problems financially taken care of while we're taking down Trump. Again, you'd never believe you'd get this sort of evidence about a story like this. And it totally, to me, demeans anything. If you can demean anything Gloria Allred and her daughter have done any further than they should already instantly be discounted because of who they are and what they've done in the past. But this has got to cast a shadow on everything that they've produced in this.
There is more than this.
And there's more than this.
There's more than this.
Because I know we've heard about a potential tape of this actually occurring, not even just a contract or anything like that. This is an actual tape, but there's even more.
I have a source that is a second source that has verified, and I'm just going to leave it at this point. It's curious that the one who has the goods is not coming forward. Extraordinarily curious. If you don't soon, I don't think it's going to work out well for you, because it's going to come out. And if you don't come out with it soon, I just don't think it's going to work out for you. We're looking at Lisa Bloom bribing people.
And she, by the way, of course, is denying that was her intent.
She's no. I was just helping them pay for their house. Well, did you do that for the Clinton accusers?
Oh, surely she did.
Of course you did. I'm just trying to help them. $750,000. Boy, that's a lot of money just to help. So you have bribery. You have this investigation that has to be had. New York Times, Washington Post, they're not even on it. Same attorney that went after Bill O'Reilly. Okay. Bill charges. Well, I'll let him say it sometime to you. You have this. You have the Russia thing on Donald Trump. What were the connections on Donald Trump? Plus, you have Donald Trump looking at the FBI saying, what's going on with you guys? Quite honestly, I think both sides are dirty, both the FBI and people in the Trump administration. But that doesn't even mention the Hillary investigation. Hillary Clinton, dirty with Russia. She also was playing games with Russia, especially when it comes to Uranium One. And I don't believe that Uranium One happened the way the press wants you to think I would believe that it happened. I don't think Hillary Clinton necessarily said anything. I think Uranium One took care of all the people they needed to take care of. She wouldn't have her finger. She's too smart for that. I think it's more corrupt than just Hillary Clinton. And you've got that going on. Plus, you also need to look into Debbie Wasserman Schultz and President Obama for allegedly what Politico just said they were doing, which was turning a blind eye, basically the Iran-Contra affair. But it looks like, at least to me, that it goes all the way to Capitol Hill and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, not just the president who's gone, but to people who are still currently in Congress. Do you really think these people are going to find the answers to any of these questions? These are the kinds of things I have said for a long time. You got to look at look what the founders went through before the Declaration of Independence. I mean, it was not, hey, I disagree with your policies. They were real problems. You're entering real problems on both sides. Both sides are corrupt. Somebody in Washington better spit themselves out of the system and start telling the American people the truth, or the pitchforks eventually will arrive.